so she must not be able to hear me yet.
She's still working on it.
I see her, but she's on another screen.
The screen and clearly not engaged digitally audio either. But representing the Crimson Crescent cult.
The Crimson Crescent is something that has been creeping in at various places. Those with other religious backgrounds have seen it cropping up. They have some secretive ways about them. You generally, if you want to know more, you need to join, kind of a thing. But the bits that have leaked out is that they are followers of the chained god. And that's really as much as people can get without joining. They are super secretive about a lot.
And why would people join if they know nothing about this place? Hi, come join my cult. What do you do? I can't tell you until you join. Come on in. Fair.
It worked for religion in general.
So the thing about it is, you're looking at it from the point of view of someone who would share knowledge. They're looking at it from the point of view, if you haven't joined us, then you're against us. Therefore, you are eliminated.
So it's join or die.
Well, if they tell you the secrets, maybe. But you can't confirm that.
So they could be lawful good paladins for all we know.
I am going to humbly suggest that they are not.
Why not? Why? I mean, you can absolutely suggest that, but in the context of these characters,
you are correct.
Why would we assume otherwise?
You have no idea.
So we don't know.
You are correct.
They're lawful good paladins until they say otherwise. A guy with a coin tried to murder us all. Dude. Okay, wait. Who has the coin right now? Who's holding the coin right now?
The dwarf.
Okay, I'm holding the coin right now. It's in my pocket.
But I had it.
And okay, fine. The dwarf had. So the dwarf is now a card-carrying member of the death cult. Kill him. Kill him now.
Yes.
You're being silly, Azathan. You're jumping to illogical conclusions. We need more data. Perhaps more data awaits us beyond. Shall we be about it?
Miss Faliki can hear.
Faliki, where are you, dear? Faliki, hi.
Where was I last game?
Thank God. Hi.
There you are.
Yay!
God, we have been telling jokes about you for the last 15, 20 minutes.
See, Eric came out here, so I couldn't get my headphones set up because he was near my technology.
Ah, his disruptive aura. I get it.
Absolutely. It's his fault. It's always his fault. We're married. Look it up. It's in the rules.
So I assume we investigated this foreman's office and then stripped it of all data and wealth. Oh no, not wealth, because there are employers. Specialists from where?
There's about 20-ish specialists, and 2 of them are higher rankings than the other ones by pay.
Ding.
Ah.
Yeah. Leverage. Oh. Oh, yes, you have to pay your quarry staff somehow.
Our hazard pay.
That doesn't seem particularly in good faith, but I'll leave it to your discretion. So,
All right, we're all here. Are we ready to kick off the thing?
launch the thing.
Quick question. I had asked real quick in
Oh, yes.
Discord. Sorry, I've been really getting beat down this week. If you level in D&D Beyond, does it automatically update your stats and everything, or do you have to do that? Okay.
I can turn
Okay.
undead now at second level. Yay me. And I got more spells, but other than that,
I got spells.
Small increments.
I apparently have the best spell I've ever used in a game ever.
really.
I don't know how it works the way it does really well. I have Mind Sliver, and it's
Yeah, she's been
Shit.
slashing down opponents with it.
I remember that. Yes.
I had some good rolling that's probably going to run out today, but
Many of the reptilian guards at the gate, as I recall, suffered from the mind sliver.
yes, quite a bit.
Don't mess with Javiel. She will mind sliver you.
I will destroy your mind. Let me fix that.
If it wasn't there.
So in the foreman's gear, are there maps at all of the mine, or had the specialists not returned yet with any maps or descriptors? Oh, well, fiddle-dee-dee. Eric, Belgar will take a sheaf of paper from his pack and a bit of charcoal and lightly rub it against the wall where the map was, looking for any kind of notations or impressions that may have been written upon the map.
Oh, very smart.
That's really clever.
Yeah.
He is the smart one.
I am the smart one.
It's wildly unsuccessful,
Oh, bummer.
but
But it's really
that's
smart.
really smart.
Thanks. Good. All right. Well, then we're not going to find anything rubbing charcoal against blank walls. Let's say we head out and see if we can find these 20 specialists, or at least discover their fate.
Okay. So on the map, the entry to the mine, which you had the rest of the group had wandered in before and encountered the other creatures here, but now after your time resting in the locked room, you once again don't know what's out there. So there's a very limited sight distance. The room immediately outside of the locked office, the pay office, actually has the gold that you see there. They've actually done that. It's a on purpose. It's an effect, if you will.
A solid gold floor?
Fool's gold.
Yeah.
Pyrite, yes.
But it's one of those you walk in, you go, well, that's kind of impressive.
Miners. What? Who are they going to impress with a fake gold floor? Oh, come on.
Investors.
Investors, very good. Well, clearly. So you're getting gold and you're laying it upon the floor? Do you have that much extra gold? Really? Lovely. All right. I say, Thea, would you press an ear to the door, make sure we're not going to be horribly maimed if we step outside?
Sure. I also have a whistle I could blow from the guard.
Stop with the whistle.
Only in the most dire of circumstances should you ever blow that whistle.
I'm fairly certain I know a good place where she can't blow that whistle. I can help you with that.
Yes, I will. I will listen and see if I will do my investigation. Or that's a perception roll, isn't it?
Perception roll. Roll a 20.
11 plus my perception is 17.
Nice.
You are absolutely confident that there is nothing going on out there. It is totally quiet.
Right. So with the party's permission, recommend that Dundon and Faliki, anytime we enter into strange areas that may be hazardous, that Dundon and Faliki take point, with Javiel and Thea flanking them, and then Azathan and myself bringing up the rear.
All right.
Works for me.
I would imagine you don't.
So let me now remind everyone that Belgar is a human.
Is that a problem as he lights a torch? Is that a problem as he lights a lantern?
Everyone else can see in the dark.
Oh.
It's
I can give him
just
one of my
you.
pack sun rods that I got, one of the dim lights. I have 6 of them now.
What?
Kind of ruins the dark vision.
It ruins the dark vision,
But would the
doesn't hurt
dim
me.
light sun rods hurt our vision?
So a sunrod probably will, because
But
it's
I
going to
have
be
the
enough.
dim light sun rods because when I
Yep.
found that in the box,
Yep.
you
But
told me it was
will-
dim light.
It will still be disruptive.
Oh,
All right. Look, do you want me to come with you or not?
Why don't we put
Why
you
don't
in the
you
middle?
stay in the middle, and that way we can.
Let me just, so you want me in the dark, in the
Yeah.
middle, in
Yeah.
the pitch black of the mine?
Uh-huh.
You guys are never going to get this worked out right. I don't hold out much hope. You need a light, my
We
folks.
need a
You need a
light.
light.
Just stay in the middle. You'll be
or
fine.
couldn't he just be in the back? And with him being in the back, won't it not disrupt us as much because we're looking forward most of the way?
It backlights us, dear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes you a fantastic target. I suggest, wholeheartedly agree. Do that.
Fine. I'll stay in the middle and be blind and kick over cans and bump into you and go, ow, oh, I do
Can
beg your
somebody
pardon.
carry him then?
No.
Carry him.
Little did I know that the simple act of getting a light was going to carry us through the first half hour of our game.
Certainly wasn't my expectation. Look, nobody. Look around, all right? Are there torch sconces every damn where, Eric?
As you look, there are places where they have hooks that are designed to hold lanterns. And
Oh my God. So
I have a hooded lantern in my pack. Would that make it any better?
I also have a lantern. I was lighting it when all this whole discussion started. Now look, if you want your sneaky dark vision to be working, then fine. Javiel and Thea, you take far point. You
Okay.
get a good 60 to 80 feet in front of the party. All right. Then you can be all sneaky in the dark. And the rest of us remain back here with a light.
That works for me.
Okay. Okay, Azathan, are you content with this? Because quite frankly, fuck you if you think I'm going to walk around in the dark.
I offered someone to carry you.
Yes, and again, no, not going to happen. dear. Thank you, though. It's very kind.
I have
Well,
ropes. We
next
can
time-
lead you with a rope.
Next time we'll bring a palanquin, okay? And you can all just sort of carry me while we go through the thing. But for now, Thea and Javiel take Far Point. I'm carrying a hooded lantern, and those of you with dark sight who feel thwarted by this, write a firmly worded letter to my order. And we set out.
Ooh.
Oh my God, you people are going to be nothing but drama. Okay. A
I'm just-
lot of you. I don't know what the hell it is with these people.
I'm just trying to get us out the door, dear. That's all.
Ugh.
So we want to take our shortcut back that we found that little loop around.
I don't know if I was here when we found that loop around, so
Then I will sneakily.
You just sneak right along.
I'm gonna
Okay.
sneak along behind her.
I'm evidently keeping the rest of these people protected.
Wait, did I get that? Did that one turn off?
I guess we're keeping Belgar safe.
Okay.
Who healed
Uh,
your dwarvish ass back at the gate? Keep me safe.
Humans aren't really that good underground. I'm just saying.
Just
All right. So you've made it to the first marker where you were before. Okay.
so we're splitting the party. Really? Holden? Really?
Not that far. You'll be all right.
Have you not played
It'll
D&D
be all
before?
right.
Oh my God.
We'll be able to catch up to you right after the first round of attacks.
Or two.
Don't worry, it's covered.
Are you coming?
There you go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hello. There we go.
All right. So you've reached the first marker. The little squares that you see right there that they've clustered around are mine markers, basically wayfinding markers that help those who understand the symbols to know which way you're going and what you may expect further down.
We are not, the people in the lead do not know what those markers are. Just FYI. Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
Continuing sneakily.
All right. So when you get there, you do see the switch room that you were seeing before, but there is another directly to your left. There's another opening down here.
Oh, yes.
Which I don't think you
Isn't that where they have the trash?
I thought that was where they had
Yes.
the trash last time.
You are correct. You have been there before.
Yes.
Super.
Ooh.
Let me get that out of there and to get that out of there. There we go. So,
So
to
the
next
way on the
marker.
right is what loops around to the other passageway if you go the other way on the right. That's where that circle goes.
Correct.
So in the switch room, you had decided at this point not to delve further in any of the other or either of the other two directions that were available to you.
So the right up here loops around.
If you are looking up, come on, pen. If you are looking up here, they were up there previously.
Okay.
That is where the bad guys were and likely still are.
Oh, you
Well,
did
their
that.
carcasses are.
Since they ceased to move.
Oh, okay. Good job.
Which way did we want to go?
Left.
So
As
you
choice as any.
Okay.
following the tracks.
Oh yeah, probably.
But then we're just not getting new ground. We're not finding anything new. This is a big place.
A quick check. Go. Azathan, go. Check. Now. Go.
They are in fact all still right where you left them.
Huzzah.
A lot of bodies.
You are correct.
So we're heading south.
Yay, dead people.
Yeah, because I remember the straight one is just like a little cave room, if I remember correctly. So I checked it last time.
Can you check it again real quick?
Sure. Perception. Sneaky
In
perception.
there, you did not check in there before.
Ah.
Well, then I'm going to sneakily check that.
And what you find really doesn't sit well with you.
Buddies.
How close in are you moving?
See her unit there.
I see dead people.
Yes. That pile that's there
Hey, we found people.
is what appears to be what remains of the mine staff.
Oh,
Thea, roll a 20-sider and add your constitution bonus to that.
Okay.
Oh, how ripe are they?
I got a 10 plus my, what'd you say you added to?
Constitution.
I got an 11.
Were they being
You
eaten on?
you throw up a little. It's really gross. This is a stack of leftover parts that the monsters were chewing on.
So there's like, are they decayed?
Only a little.
Do they still have clothes? Like they could be carrying things?
Oh, sure. There's a bunch of stuff.
I want to see you go through dead bodies that are starting to decompose and smell like it. And then you can stay the hell on the other side of the cave from me.
So
Dinky.
so it looks like they ate these guys with their clothes on.
Some parts are just discarded.
So
Hmm.
okay.
There's a pile of stuff. If you want to root around in it, your call.
oh, I do not.
Like
Belgar
stuff in the
does.
dead bodies or stuff to the side of the dead bodies?
Dead bodies are the stuff, right?
Honey, they didn't go through looking through their things. They were looking at eating them. They didn't give a shit if they were carrying anything. Try to keep up.
Belgar would like to investigate the gear and see if there's any intelligence to be gained from it.
As you move through there, and as you get closer in, I would like you to do a constitution roll as well, because it is really nasty. It's the leftover parts.
Ooh, a 1.
They didn't take a doggy bag with them.
I'll go up.
That's a great kobold joke. I like that.
I roll a 1.
You vomit a lot. You hurl. Like, oh.
I
Don't
can't
vomit
do it.
on me, please.
I can't. I promise I won't. Thank you for your compassion. I can't go in there. Never mind. Whatever intelligence may be in there, it'll have to stay in there.
Yeah.
Shall we
I bet.
continue on our way?
Sneaky.
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Okay, as you move away, you have discovered what happened to the workers, but now there's what remains is what's left down here. So as you enter this, you come into this little corridor area. This little set of tracks comes down and comes to an end. There is a cart set off to one side. But the activity here seems to have changed somehow in terms
And-
of what was here for mine. There's a little bit of natural, but there's also a little bit of carved. And drawing a blank. Dundon. Is there a role for the dwarven knowledge? I forget. For the mining type stuff, or is that just a thing you would know?
I believe it's just something I would know. Dark vision, resilience, stone cutting. I believe it's just general knowledge.
Just do me a favor, just throw a 20-sider down and tell me what you get.
I can do that. 18.
You're looking at it and you see this difference, and this is the thing that really gets you. The difference is not just the technique, but the material. The walls themselves they change halfway up the tunnel to a different material.
So
It's
halfway up being halfway
granite,
down the corridor or halfway up towards the ceiling?
halfway up towards the ceiling. And now that you notice it, further down on the floor to the right, the floor changes material. Like almost as if 3 different kinds of materials were just jammed together. And they were carving through and found this natural point where these things were jammed together. This is not in any way, shape, or form natural to you. You don't understand how this formation of rock all around you became what it is, but it is literally looks like it's just mashed together, and it's completely different materials that should not be together.
Like an amalgamation of things that I don't know that I would be the one to be able to tell this, but is it due to some sort of magic?
That's the best explanation you can come up with, because there's no, if you study volcanics or tectonics or any of this other kind of thing, there's no way these materials should be together. They don't live in any kind of strata near each other on any regular basis.
Do the materials look as though you said?
So it like switches from granite to agate.
Is it like melted together?
No, it's like crushed together.
Oh.
Like some giant turned around and just grabbed a bunch of shit and smashed it together.
Yep. And put it in a
Like-
big pile. And that change continues off to the right, away from where the rails are.
Down the corridory area. No, that's not what I want to do.
But it looks like we have a 3-way intersection
Over here.
Why don't we?
Right. Is that the right you're talking about, or are you talking this way?
Wrong thing. The material change goes that way.
Okay.
Okay. Not that.
That's the left.
Okay. I was doing
But by the way we're looking, it's
By the way
right.
we're looking, indicate it would be.
Oh yes, fair point. Gotcha.
Sorry, spun my head around.
It's giving it from the character's perspective. I get it.
It's on my
So then-
GoPro.
Be sneaky for perception.
Which are what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
so
assuming you want to follow where it goes.
when you look in here, when you move up to look in here, this is like a kaleidoscope geode.
Interesting.
Can I detect magic with my new detect magic thing?
So the what you're talking about, the site.
Mm-hmm.
The site is a low-level thing that the users of magic have access to once you get to that second level. The site, you as a free action, or is that called bonus action? Bonus action?
Bonus action.
As a bonus action, you can just concentrate just a little bit and perceive the magic of the world around you. It is not as powerful as the actual spell detect magic, but it gives you a sense of things. And that sense in here literally surrounds you. The tunnel itself has magic all around you. And as you turn, you can see each of your companions have a little bit of magic with them. And some have little tendrils that come off of them, and some do not, based on whether or not they cast spells.
Right.
But this particular room is stronger in that sense that just that magic exists in the world and everything has a little bit of magic to it. This room has more of that.
So this room is magically delicious.
Not
And
walls.
if you look at it, you start to see what they switched the specialists would probably be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a vein of ruby that slashes across emerald that terminates in obsidian. And then there's another I've drawn a blank on the other one. Purple
Sapphire.
one.
Emerald.
Amethyst. There you go.
Amethyst.
Off to one side. And it's all in this room. And it looks like they've been ever so carefully carving away at that.
So that could be where the rubies came from the dead guy, the big giant guy.
There were
Exactly.
rubies.
Uncut.
Uncut
Chunks.
rubies.
Basically like chunks of this wall that were in his pocket.
Interesting.
So are there any more uncut pieces?
There's some small chips laying around here, but do you have any way to perceive if there would be value to those if they were cut?
Only.
I may be able to.
Okay, where are you? Okay. You mean the whole room? Roll it.
Can I pick some up because it's pretty?
Yep. There's not
I was
a
gonna
lot.
say, would this go for my perception for something of value?
It's chips and dust that's on the floor. There's not really anything that would be sizable enough to work with is not on the floor.
Okay.
It's chips and dust, really. The hard part would be getting the form correct. There's a bunch of randomness to this that would make a directed and specific spell really difficult.
Can I take a look a little bit closer at where the differing pieces are coming together?
Yes.
Seams I want to look
The
at.
seams. The seams, it looks exactly as Feliki described it. It looks like some giant just took it and mashed it together, and it's ground to a point where they're just mashed flat.
I'm trying to think what could do that.
Perhaps if we continued exploring, we'd find out.
And on to the next room.
Yes.
Sneakily.
Thanks, Captain.
Sneakily, over in there.
It's
Let's see what's in the box.
in the box.
What room is that? Oh, that room. That room there. Yes. There is a large box there that shows signs of being clawed and battered, but it is still closed and locked. The lock is badly scratched.
I have keys.
You do in fact have keys.
Somebody want to check for traps?
I
Anybody?
don't-
Can anyone check for traps? Yeah.
I will check.
Roll a 20. Tell me what you get.
I have a 12.
You're absolutely confident that there is no trap here.
That means there's a trap.
No, it means you can't tell there's a trap.
I'm going back here.
I step back.
Just open the box. Just open the box.
What?
I'm gonna open the box. Well, I'm gonna try the keys on the lock.
Hey, there you go.
Perfect.
If not, I can try to pick it.
It takes
got-
a couple of turns. It takes a couple of tries. You're like, oh, not that key, not that you have the key. And when you open the box, you do find that inside this box there's a padded bottom to it, and it is basically filled with much larger pieces that have been removed from that room.
Gemstones.
Are they individual like component pieces, or are there some that are like multiple components in one piece? I guess what I'm trying to get at is, are they able to be mined as one, or are they only coming off in individual pieces?
They are coming off. It looks to you as you're looking at it that they're being separated specifically. They're not trying to get two things where the line mashes them together.
Okay.
And having like one half and one half. They're
Yeah.
specifically, all of these look like they're specifically cut apart.
Interesting. Okay.
What's in the cart?
Dirt.
Check the dirt.
It's basically they were moving
Dirt.
Whatever wasn't the thing they were trying to work with, they're getting it out.
So we have a box full of things that exude magic that has been clawed and scratched and beaten upon, which I'm assuming might have been the kobolds and the knoll, or at least the kobolds, trying to get in here, but then who locked it? I'm assuming that
Specialists who mined it in the first place.
the bodies back there may have locked it, or the specialists may have, if they're still around.
Where did you get the keys?
From the knoll.
Noel probably got it off the body he was chewing on.
I'm assuming it probably, got caught in his teeth.
So we're not lugging that thing along with us, but we know where it is. Why don't you lock it up and we'll continue on
Yeah, I
our
was gonna say,
investigations.
I'm going to close it up and lock it just for safekeeping,
Excellent.
because we don't know what that stuff does. I don't want it falling into somebody else's hands.
Thea's gonna grab a piece or two before.
Just for samples,
Yes.
Yeah, I may pocket a piece or two as well. just because I want to continue to study the rock formation because it's interesting to me.
Fascinating. Yes. And we'll also fetch a fine price at the end. Yes. Understood. Shall we continue on? There's several more passageways to explore. Yeah.
Deeper still.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay. As you move forward,
Sneakily.
Yes, sneakily.
you see
More bodies.
no, that marker right there indicates much further. You've started to get this. You're like, oh, this is the saying. It's like, this way, much further. But then, presume you're moving forward again.
Boop, boop.
Legally.
That marker right there has something that you haven't seen. You do not understand what it says. But that line right there is essentially a series of ropes tied across the end.
Like
Ropes.
caution tape.
So, Dundon, if you look at the symbol,
Yeah, yeah.
it essentially roughly translates to fall risk.
Ah, big hole. Big hole ahead. Hence the ropes.
Don't go there.
Well, I'm safe this side of the rope, correct?
You are correct.
Can I see with my dark vision anything other than a big hole?
I do have climbing gear.
All right. As you look down in there, let's open that up a little bit. You see essentially right here, that is open. And you get that when you move into a larger space and you kind of get that feeling like the air moves a little more, like it's bigger.
The sensation of void.
But that is the best you can get from here.
So is this like, I'm not, obviously I'm just, well, yeah. So all of this area is on the same level as us,
Yes.
but when you get to here, you're falling. It seems
like
from where
you
we
go
are.
all the way to there, basically, and that's an edge.
Okay.
You cannot see down beyond that edge.
And what is
this tunnel,
here?
this tunnel narrows as it gets down to that little end, and then kind of has a flare.
What is this big pile over here?
That big pile over there,
Looks like the bodies.
it's a bunch of it looks like they were mining sort of that direction. It's a bunch of leftovers, like remnants of stone cut chips and stuff that they
But
didn't
not
bother
remnants
trying to
of
dig out of
people.
here. They were trying to go that way, then they stopped and they went, wait, what's over here? Because they hit in a different direction.
But it's not remnants of people.
No, sorry, they didn't really differentiate between the piles of refuse, leftovers, parts.
So I do have a climber's kit.
Parts is parts. Is it safe to move past the ropes to, like, say about, well, I'm going to move to about there.
Safe or not, we're moving.
It's a mine. You know.
Yep.
You're only second level. Oh. Can you shape into a giant raccoon, perhaps? A bear? Claws?
A bird?
Oh, a bird. Can you fly?
Ah,
Who was that?
Okay. Uh,
They're good
The
in
bag
soup.
are lizards, so he obviously likes them some.
this is true.
I think, Holden, your question is, how do you feel about lizards climbing on sheer walls? Is that the question you really want to ask?
Well, we need to find
Yes.
out whether they're sheer or not. It
You
could be a
haven't-
gentle slope.
you haven't gotten to the edge.
Go for it, Dundon. Check the edge.
Can I? Well, I'd like to check and see if I can get closer without causing a rock slide and falling to my demise.
You're fine. It's still floor here.
Okay, it's
still-
floor up to here,
The
and then
spot.
it's
I can't see your cursor. The floor, yes, right there. That's about the edge.
right.
It starts to get crumbly right around that edge, and as you peak, it drops precipitously.
Ooh, yummy.
But down there,
Ooh.
those little dots, you see a glow.
Are there any rocks laying on the ground?
Yes,
Sorry.
you can
Can I
always,
toss one over the edge and kind of gauge how far down that is?
so that one's pretty easy. That one's maybe 40, 50 feet.
Okay.
But the edges where it drops off, you can't tell. One of those rocks goes click, gone.
So this black space is not necessarily a space indicating, okay, there's a hole, and then you're down here where the bottom of the arrow is. There's like a giant void, and then on the other side of that void is the 40 to 50 foot drop.
This is hard to. I'm struggling.
I'm thinking
with,
three-dimensionally. Is the black space supposed to be the space between where I'm standing and the 40 to 50 feet?
yes,
Or is that just the marker for
This
where
is-
the cliff starts?
that's where the cliff starts. That's where the cliff ends. You go down like that, but then around this edge, all of that drops away.
I got you. This is like a small area
A little
in a
island.
giant void. What's in the void is the problem.
You want to climb down and see?
Well, gee whiz, are you going to stare into the void? Oh,
Well, what if we tie off a rope and drop it down, and then your little lizard body can climb down the rope? It's going to be a kangaroo.
Good heavens.
cool.
Good Lord.
Tie it
Never
around
seen
his
anything.
tail. See if his tail comes off. Oh,
Will it
Sorry.
regenerate?
Filiki, none of that.
Okay.
Is he wearing Azathan's clothes?
Oh,
Or
I
his
need to
hat
get you
as
a
a grumpy
tiny
angler?
hat for when you go back into that shape.
I got a flat tire.
All right.
Gotcha.
What's your so it actually takes you 2 rounds to climb all the way down to where those little glowy bits are. And as you get there, you, being the astute studier of the fungi that you are, realize that the DM lost track of the name of it, but you recognize it. Yeah, you are correct. Fungus among us. It is there you go. It looks like a variant of Ormu, which is valuable because you can dry it and grind it and use it in phosphorescent type things and spell components involving light things, and it's quite valuable. Please do
Wait. You're going to harvest
How are you going to
fungus
that is-
during our investigation? Perhaps you could wait just a little bit before harvesting for profit. We're on a mission, for God's sake.
Does the lizard have pockets?
Yeah, what are you going to do with it?
He's got a large mouth.
Just stop.
Okay,
Oh my
okay.
God.
Psychedelic glow in the dark mushroom lizard.
Make a so what I'm unfamiliar with the particular type of lizard that you are, but do you have an eyeball that turns the other way? Or are you a predatory lizard that has your eyes faced forward like this? Okay, do a perception roll for me, please. Roll 20-sider.
Ruh-roh.
I'm going to go on a bad trip now.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
a
did he
whole,
find magical mushrooms? Sorry, I ran to get pie.
that's a whole different kind of fungus.
Is there pie for everybody?
I would also like.
Well, I mean, there is half a pie that I'm eating. So, yes, technically.
Yes.
I have cheesecake for after the game.
I don't want to hear about your lingerie.
Nice.
Send photos.
This is
Set
the
up.
part where I asked you about the breakout room. Do we want to try that, or we just want to go with it? Okay. Not a problem. As your little eye swivels and you realize you've been paying a lot of attention to the fungus and not a lot of attention to the opening that's in the wall behind you.
Spiders.
Not really. You don't think it's a spider. It looks like a gaunt, small version of Thea. Sort of.
What?
But the face is a little different.
Oh, this is what we talked about.
But then
Uh-oh.
Not in his pocket.
as you suddenly realize that this is there, you watch as it moves forward. It doesn't move smoothly.
Oh.
It does this, and you see it reaches out with one hand as if it was trying to get your attention.
While it's doing something else.
And when
It's
it
doing the hokey
does that,
pokey.
you realize that its fingers have an extra joint.
Oh, no, thank you.
So they're about this long, and they just go.
Wow.
So, can we see this for?
I can't see that far down.
If you're trying to track him,
Well,
Then-
yeah. I mean,
then yes, you see something moving down there, but you're unsure what it is. But it does what you were thinking. It kind of jingles that little. You're like, wait a minute.
you should probably get out of there as a thing.
Boy, if only we had a light.
Oh,
You
I can
like
turn on one of
Belgar.
those sun rods.
I was going. You guys have dark vision. You're fine. Good. Use your dark vision. I got my light over here. You're fine. Good.
And I'm going to. What is your armor class?
As a lizard.
And it just ever so lightly lays a finger on you.
Oh. Well,
Just one.
You really should come back up.
And you hear, we want you to join us.
Join us.
It's the Crimson Crescent. They did the recruiting. Here we go.
So, interestingly, do any of you say that out loud?
Oh, fuck no.
Oh,
wait,
doesn't even
is
occur
he
to
the
me.
only one that hears it?
Yes.
oh.
Then no.
Okay.
And then there'd be no reason for us to.
Okay.
Has it come out any further? Like, is it clearly, well, is it visible as a form? Like I would recognize the shape, or
So here's the thing. It looks like there's a person down there with Azathan the lizard. But it looks like the person's connected to something, which is kind of weird.
It's a puppet.
Like tethered?
Cool. So, like, would I be able to shoot an
it's
arrow
what's
to try
that
to?
fish? What's the fish with the hook?
Angler fish.
He's an angler.
Angler.
Drow.
He asked
Would
a
we
question.
shoot it with an arrow to sever it?
As you're up there, are you preparing an arrow?
I could be.
Wait,
This is-
just Eric, answer the question. Can she shoot it to try and sever it? Is that a possibility?
she could.
There you
It's
go.
not-
There's your
it's
answer,
not-
Thea.
It's not particularly clear. It wouldn't be a clear shot, and your
It
friend
could
is
hit
right
as a-
there.
Oh yeah, I guess I could hit as a fan.
But can you regenerate your parts?
Okay.
So everybody else stop for a second. Azathan, there's a single finger on you. What do you do?
Okay.
You do not. Will you speak with us? The other hand comes up and it touches you right here.
As well, you should. Oh dear.
You have the sight, correct? Because you're a spellcaster.
Yes.
You do. You are a spellcaster. You have access to the sight. Do you do that? So just before the finger touches your forehead, you're like, oh, I need to know. And you see this low level of magic all around you as you've been seeing this whole time. As soon as that finger touches your forehead, everything dials up. It becomes brighter. It becomes clearer. You see not just this dull glow. You see a web, a woven series of lines that go out in all directions, touching all sorts of things. It is
Matrix.
a whole new level of understanding.
You see the Matrix.
And then takes the finger off of your head and it all goes away. You just go back to the regular sight.
It's like a dealer.
Is it still touching him though with the other finger?
Nope.
Ooh, he is like a dealer. Give him a little taste.
I say, what's going on down there?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna call down to him and say, you know, are you okay? Do you need us to come down to lend a hand?
Can you speak in your lizard
Yeah, I was
form?
gonna ask.
You hear a lot of extra hissing down there.
Tasmanian
It's
devil.
once for yes, his no, twice for no.
All right, the DM needs to stop doing that, or I'm gonna have to come in the other room there.
What's the DM doing?
Oh, it's my lizard interpretation.
Oh. You have my permission to go into the other room right now if you want to. Stop him.
Is that why you're going to the other room?
I'm gonna slap him with something, but it's not gonna be my hand.
Good use.
He sounds all right.
Can you say uh-huh?
So you see one hand clearly like this, reach around, pulls out a small shiny bit, basically. Hands it to you, and in your head you hear, "Go back. This mine is closed. Go back."
Oh dear.
And it leaves the dangly bit with you, and it pulls back into the shadows.
Pulling back into the shadows. Nice priorities. I'm not gonna get out of there quickly. I'm gonna gather all my shit first.
Creepy drow thing tells you to leave and you jam your mouth full of mushrooms.
Yeah.
So you make it back to the top. What happened? No, wait, hold on. No.
Are you naked when you shift back out?
So
Okay.
Do the mushrooms spill out of your mouth? But they spilled out of your mouth when you transformed because that's where they were, right?
You probably dropped him before he did that.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. So what happened?
What did it look like?
Was it friendly?
It was benign.
Can we all go
The
down there?
Lizard Queen.
For us to all go down?
You really are going to need to market those mushrooms to the
Hmm.
to the to the party people back in the city. Lovely.
Can
well,
we all try one
shall
of
we
the mushrooms?
so possible hallucination, seeing things like you've never seen before.
Wait, didn't someone else see something moving down there?
Well, we did see the creature.
I saw what looked like a person down there. He said it had elongated fingers or digits of some sort. What color was it?
Racist.
Are you kidding me? Was it pale skin? Was it translucent skin? Was it fuzzy?
Oh, I hope it was
Eerie.
fuzzy.
I thought it looked like Thea.
It
You
was.
calling me fat?
Gaunter than you.
Oh gosh, going back here. Whoa.
How did you go?
Token just like over there.
Run back to the other room. Is it more
We should
pale?
not leave the mine then. No,
Is
we should
Is it
not.
more pale than Belgar?
Hey,
Just asking.
that's fair. That's fair.
It I think you could accurately describe it as fish belly white.
Anemic, huh?
It was the sort of pale of someone who hasn't seen sunlight in a very long time.
A cave monster.
So yeah.
I feel called out. Thank you all so very much.
It told us to leave. Told you to leave.
Did you ask why?
Why
Go
not?
back
Just
down
said
there and
get out.
ask.
Why ask why?
Fine. We can come back to this. There's other caverns and passages to explore. Yes.
Where are you, sir?
You have actually
Mhm.
actually moved through all of the spaces here in this mine. This mine is super shallow.
Hmm.
You're like, wait, how are they getting so much value out of
Yeah,
this?
where's all this stuff coming from if it's shallow?
What is this enormous gray area to the right?
If that marker said that there was still a long way to go and it ends here, there's obviously still more to see somewhere.
I'm starting to think that this may be, as I don't know who said subterranean dweller. I'm starting to think perhaps this is another race that lives underground, like full time.
Ah, okay. So it has been explored. Okay, very good. Well, So
Well, I mean, we technically did figure out why the shipment stopped because we found the crescent guy killing the
right.
specialist.
And the,
Or
Yeah,
worse,
so
yeah.
everybody did die. That's why.
and
I don't know.
report
I
what we
feel
found.
like there's more.
Yeah.
So we're going then, yes? Good.
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, with protest, I feel like we should stay. But
And do what? You want to go chase down the thing in the cave?
I do.
Have fun.
So what's the possibility that the kobolds and the knoll were the specialists,
No.
and the
specialists-
bodies were stacked up by whatever we just saw as a Than talking to?
They would have just thrown it off the cliff edge.
Unless
It was
okay.
on tight.
So we'll take the creative gems and the money and
Is
any
it-
reports and documents that we find in the payer's office, go back to our employer and see what he says.
Is the crate carryable?
It's going to be a 2-person carry.
Can we put it on the cart and wheel it out?
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely. But once you get to the end of the line,
it's gonna be a 2-person.
you're
Yeah.
going to have to get some kind of cart or something, or it's going to be a 2-person carry all the way back.
Or a couple of poles, a little rope will be fine.
See, he has got all the ideas.
Elgar, you're still hanging out back there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
As a
Some-
fan.
Somebody threatened Tia. Somebody said called Tia fat. There's no fucking way I'm going anywhere near that dude. But yes, so GM, we gather up the box, we gather up the cart of gold and any
Excellent.
documents and papers. We make our way back to town.
Most excellent.
We
Yay.
grabbed the box of money, right?
Yes, yes. Bring that back for them as well.
Box of money, proof of the existence of the specialists,
What proof are we bringing back?
a badge, a cuff,
An arm.
We can bring back an arm.
A head?
Wow.
Why?
There you go.
That's
Wow,
weird.
talk about
Hey, don't put those in your
Opportunistic.
mouth.
Too late.
Right. Now let's see if we can do this. I have not done this on the fly, but we are going to try.
Uh-oh.
Wait, where's the quarry? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna move you up here.
We are going to change maps.
What?
I'm gonna die.
Boom.
Ah!
Reality shifts.
It-
This.
Failed. That is not the right one.
It's Rockvale.
Yeah,
Don't go back.
but it's not the right one.
That was not a smooth transition at all.
Hi, Rockvale.
I don't see anything yet.
This is the wrong. It's the right city layout, but it's the wrong specifics. But it will, for in all intents and purposes, it will do what we needed to do because your destination was here, where the little purple dot is, and you will be coming back into town from that direction.
Huzzah.
But we disappeared.
We'll be back.
You are correct.
I just found the dice tray.
Yay!
I didn't know that was a thing on here. Sorry.
Wait, where did you find a dice tray?
The
The
little box-looking thing up in the upper left corner.
box with the box inside of it.
Show dice tray.
Oh, look at that.
And you can change your dice color.
Oh.
Sorry. It was
Now this is what I'm doing for the rest of the game.
It's just gonna be rolling. Rolling nonstop.
Okay. As you come back into the city, this is Stone Gate. Shocking. They're very creative with their names here in Rockville.
Well, this was the Golden Gate. Isn't that number 7 there?
Yeah, that's what I meant. This is
Yeah.
not. This is. Nope.
Oh, none. Okay, ignore. Never mind. Sorry. Carry on.
I
Okay.
have adjusted all of these things, and those are not a thing.
Okay.
Yay! No, that's Stonegate basically, and you're headed back for the Electrum Dragon Trading Company's headquarters, which is essentially where that purple dot is,
Yes.
near the center of town. It's relatively easy to get there. The crowds tend to, particularly with folks coming through Stonegate, they tend to not get in the way for folks traveling that direction. So it's not difficult to get your cargo there. Once you get to the building itself, getting into the office is a little bit more challenging because they kind of weren't expecting you to show up.
Why not?
Are they
Just
not
that-
expecting us to come back?
At all?
They just weren't certain on time. It's a question of timing more than they weren't expecting you ever.
Surprise. We're back. We need to make a report. Where- Azathan. Chill. Where's DeMarco? We
Throw
need
a
to
head
speak
on
to,
the table.
we need to speak to Cargo DeMarco.
So they
Yes, just
bring you into a waiting area. They let you sit down. They make sure you have water if you need it. They get you all into that. Like, oh yes, you'll be right over here.
I have a 19 charisma.
And they put you off to the side. It does take a little while. Kago was apparently not immediately on hand. Do any of you attempt to go out, wander, do anything, or are you just going to hang out and wait?
I'm gonna hang out and wait.
order some food.
Well, speaking of food, if he comes around and he's doing negotiations, do not eat or drink anything. You are agreeing to a contract at that point, just FYI.
Really?
Legally. It happened with
Uh.
Northrop Grumman with me.
Huh.
Deal the deal with a drink.
Bastards.
Then never mind about the food. So we'll wait.
Excellent. As you're waiting, you do see there is you like occasionally you kind of peek out the door, see what's going on, and you do see there is one particular gentleman sort of pacing up and down out in the main lobby area. Taller, has very fashionable dress.
Do any of us recognize him?
He looks wealthy enough. I forget, was Belgar from this town?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone here was actually from this town. there's just something, there's just an edge of something about him. You're like,
Aristocracy.
he looks like he's got some money going on. And for certain members of the group, he's not exactly hard on the eyes either. He is he's a dashing gentleman, but he looks mildly put out.
Sucks to be him.
So as you're waiting, you get the chance, you've relaxed, everything's good to go. One of the functionaries does come and say, we're very sorry for the delay. Please come with us. And they bring you along through. And as you're headed out, this other person that has been pacing you can hear a sort of a low level on the other side of the thing. You hear this low level, almost like an argument. And the one thing you catch is like, what do you mean meeting? So you are escorted back and you were brought into a room. There is a small tray of refreshments as before. And Kago and another functionary, you presume from his company, wearing sort of a little, almost like a little uniform tunic. Looks a lot like Belgar. You notice right away, ink on the fingers, has a quill. He brought the note taker with him.
Prudent.
My friends, thank you for returning. We weren't sure when to expect you. My apologies for the delay. Please, everyone sit. I am anxious to hear what it is that you've discovered.
Make full report. Yeah.
No one dropped a head on the table.
What was that
What?
part?
You broke
What?
up.
So no one dropped a head on the
A
table. We
hand.
brought for proof. I'm just kidding.
No. I assume unless it was you, Javier, unless you'd want to drop a hand on the table or something.
I wouldn't even go near the pile, so no.
There you go. Me either. So we make full report. Everything that we saw, dispatching of the reptilian creatures and the giant hairy squibby thing, the presence of the Crimson Crescent, the finding of the strange.
Do we
Oh,
tell about the tiny little Thea?
Yeah, we do all of that. Everything.
I don't
Yes.
think we tell about the tiny Thea.
Oh, I'm sorry. Belgar sure as hell going to.
Hold on.
Show me this coin.
Belgar shows him the coin.
This is the cause. This is the problem.
Well, the problem was all your guys are dead. That's why it stopped.
He holds up that he slaps his hand and he picks it up and he holds this out. He says, this is a symbol. This isn't a coin. This is a symbol. It is a symbol of rot. It is a symbol of those who demand chaos. They're a problem. We have the solution. We will find them. The Crimson Crescent, the followers of the chained god, their intent is to destroy the planet, all of it. They create hideous things. They are not natural. They meld things together. They kill and maim without a question or a thought. They need to be eliminated. If we find them, we kill them.
And that may be an explanation for how the stones came together so
That's what I was going to ask. How exactly are they melding things together? For example, the chest that we brought has
they're not melding. They're attempting to separate them. They're attempting to sever them. I don't understand what we have found there. I don't understand the mashing of things. This is not an uncommon event. We've seen it other places, but the Crescent intends to sever them all, sunder them back to their component pieces.
Is there a task force? Is the king, is the crown undertaking a campaign against this blight upon society and culture and life?
That is a challenging question. The ruling family has a different focus, if you will, at this point. One of the trade routes west through the mountains has been very unceremoniously closed.
By who?
Syracuse, the new theocracy of the country on the other side of the mountains. They have decided that the trade route is closed.
Did their diplomats give any reason or any warning, any declaration?
No.
Close the border.
Close the border. Done.
Prelude to war, then, most like.
Yes, well, the issue with that is on the eastern border, Kenshek readies for war as well.
With us? With this country?
It seems that way. Although from this side of the country, it's difficult to tell. What it has done.
Goal, like what?
Rich, what?
Why
Please.
would they want to go to war?
Ah, there's the question. Why would they want to go to war?
Do you have an answer?
None of us do as yet.
Resources.
There is another of your temples near that pass. Perhaps you could go visit that temple and bring more information.
How about the hazard pay for this last job before we talk about a new job?
Ah, yes.
Mhm.
My favorite business person amongst you. The ruthless negotiator. He turns to his assistant. See that they get their promised pay. Give them the hazard pay. I believe it was 10 gold a head.
You said it was negotiable depending on the danger level. And coming up against this cult, I would say raises that.
Ah.
Uh,
10 gold a head, and I'll give everyone an extra 100 flat.
But he looks at Thea.
But what about the safeguarding of these shipments and your pay that we brought as well? Doesn't that count for anything?
10% transport fee, certainly.
I like you.
Tell you what. Let me see if I can find, we'll retract that 100. Let me see if I can find a special gift for each of you before you leave.
Of value or of trash?
Of course, of value. I suspect I can find something you need.
Something non-pointy.
Perhaps some pointy things. I may be able to find a gift for each of you.
So
something
I do like
to-
presents.
of value to give you extra reward for my happiness in finding the solution, as detestable as the solution may have come out to be.
so base pay, $10 a head hazard pay, 10
And
gold
gift.
a head hazard pay, and an item of value for each of us. Thea, does that sound reasonable? At some point, do you have to say yes? Part of the whole negotiation process is either you say no or you say yes. You have to say one or the other.
I suppose that'll work.
That's her for yes. So yes, good, lovely.
He holds up a cup.
Ugh.
Do you drink?
Can I mime drinking?
Yeah, I will drink. Yep.
Deal. Well done, well said. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm very sorry. I must duck out. A certain Mr. Sandhill awaits me.
That the fussy noble outside, he's very grumpy.
Yes. Well,
So you'll be in touch then? Is that the gist?
absolutely.
We'll catch our money on the way out.
And our
Yeah.
gifts.
The gifts they will take some arrangement, but the
That's
money, cash on hand. And he turns to his assistant, see that they get paid from the pay room, and return this to where it belongs. I will depend on Belgar contacting you through your temple, and I will depend on you to have contact with the rest of your group.
Enough.
Did we take our crimson coin back?
He kind of flicks it back on the table. He's like, I wouldn't keep it if I were you.
Thea's gonna grab it.
He's
I
gonna
was
keep
gonna
it.
say, of course she is.
Snag.
The only thing you saw.
Oh, I was gonna say if you shook her upside down right now, I'm sure silverware would come flying out. All kinds
Couple
of crap.
arms.
Yeah, a couple arms, some jewelry, a watch.
I'm honestly surprised she's not sneakily following him to see what the next meeting's about.
Oh.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Well, the name Sandhill sounds familiar. Didn't we see like something posting when this all began? Wasn't there something posted with him?
I have no note on him.
Oh,
So the funny part, Dave, is if you translate Sandhill into Dwarven, it's sort of like a juvenile insult, which is really, it just cracks you up that this guy he's all fussy and noble, and his name is a juvenile
Dwarven
insult
insult.
in Dwarven, because
Yeah.
Sandhill kind of,
Poopy head,
you're like, ooh, Sandhill,
wedgie.
hanging out with the rock dwarves, are you?
So what does our final take come out to be per person?
Excellent question. I think it was, 10 per head. There were 12 of those scaly little buggers, plus the winged one and
Bugbear.
the bigger one. So it's 140.
We
And
had our last game. We had 7 ground monsters, 3 flying ones, and 1 big guy.
oh, there were more than I. So how
And
many?
the one before that at the gate, we had 6.
Hmm.
How many did you?
And then there
count?
was the guards keeper flying one.
6, 9. I don't see it.
So we had 11 last game, and then you said 6,
Six
from the
before
one
that. We
so
did
17, 18.
18. All right. So that's 180 plus, I believe it was 100 apiece, right? 600 total.
Okay.
So
So
100.
780 total. 780 divided by 6 is 130 gold each.
130 gold each. There you go. Cash money on hand. You can go shopping. Well, the question becomes, what would you be looking for? What
Magic.
is your
Can
favorite?
can we do that in the Discord, perhaps?
We can. We're about 20 minutes out from the end of the session. I will also say, if you is anyone actually interested in trying to listen in on the Sandhill thing?
Yes,
Not my
Okay.
business.
I'm intrigued.
Give me a
I'll let Thea listen and then hear about it later.
give me a sneaky roll. Just tell me what your 20-sider and your bonus is for that.
All right, so I'm at 18. And which bonus do I do?
Nice.
Never mind.
It's your stealth.
You didn't fall down this time.
Yeah.
No. Oh, if it's with stealth, then I'm at the 20.
Yeah. So you nonchalantly stroll out into the corridor. You happen to wander along the same direction until you get to it just outside a door. And at the time that you get there, you hear, I just need this to happen. It's clearly the voice of Mr. Fussy Pants. And Kago says, I understand, but that is not what we do. You need a messenger. We are not a messenger service. And we are not going to clean this up for you. Find your own messenger. Good day, sir. And he walks out right into you.
Fuck. Oh, hi.
Ah,
Does he have any, like,
Mr.
Jewelry?
Sandhill. He calls back into the room. Perhaps I can offer you a solution.
What are we doing now?
Thea, would you mind running to pick something up from the other side of the city?
what's in it for me?
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
He turns his head to the side and he looks into the room, and now you see Mr. Sandhill come out. And did you ever see Tangled? The movie? Do you remember the part where he goes, I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to. Here comes the smolder. This guy totally tries that. He totally lays the smolder on.
Sandhill?
Sandhill tries it. Are you buying it?
No.
He's like, it must be an off day that normally works.
On who?
Yeah.
He reaches into a pouch that he's got tucked into his little robe. He pulls out 2 coins. They're both platinum pieces.
Ooh, big money.
I need you to go to the wizard Nightshade and bring my medicine back. There are 3 more of these waiting for you when you get back.
Does he fiddle with anything in, like, a nervous gesture? Like a piece of jewelry or anything that he likes to play with?
Nope. I need a messenger. I need you to go now.
Well,
That's a
You're
lot
not
of
there.
just across the freaking city, kid.
Yeah.
is he
It might
expecting
help.
a messenger?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What medicine is this that I would be retrieving?
Nothing to worry about. The wizard Nightshade.
Thing you?
He is at the cross streets. He's in the blind alley directly across from Cheap Street and the corner of Silver and Cheap.
Or cheat.
Yeah, Cheap Street actually leads to a farmer's market, basically, down that way.
So what would be this mess that needs to be cleaned up if you're looking for this messenger to grab this?
I just need my medicine. Will you go, or will I find someone else?
To be clear, each platinum piece is 5 gold, right?
I think it's 10.
10 gold. Okay, so it's talking 50 gold for a quick jaunt across the street.
Okay. Okay.
He hands you the 2. He says, Sandhill, Nightshade should be expecting you. I will see you. I will meet you at the Pint and Dress. I will see you there as soon as you can get it back.
All right. I'm gonna walk away then.
Done and done. Excellent.
Side quest.
All right. Are you going to tell anyone else what you're doing? You made the deal, but you didn't say about anyone else. So
It's carrying medicine across town. Why would she tell anyone? You
Just
go
going
get
shopping, right?
Hmm?
Just going shopping, right?
Sure.
I'm not the most good at defending myself though.
You're picking up medicine. You're going to CVS to get. You're going to CVS to pick up some Flomax for Mr. Sandhill, and you're going to deliver it to him in a tavern. Go do it.
Okay.
The bodega. It's fine.
So you guys.
And the sneaky thing. Just do it.
Fair point.
And you
Yeah.
agree to just go.
And you're not going to share the 50 gold. Don't even tell me you're gonna. So just do it. Just go. Why are we even
Fair
having
point.
this conversation?
Fair point. I'm just gonna do it.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Excellent.
Why did you guys just kill Thea?
She's
We-
picking up medicine.
But
Am I the only one who's completely paranoid?
Yes.
No.
Now look. I get the paranoia. It's like, oh my God, we're playing D&D and it's an adventure. But our characters don't understand that. All we know is that a dude's paying her 50 gold to go get medicine and bring it in there. Do the players go, oh, she's fucked? Yes, absolutely. Do the characters know? Fuck no. This is
We all
easy
know
money.
that.
This is easy money. Just go do it, Thea. You'll be fine.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll be fine.
I
No.
am going to, while I'm doing this, can I stop at like the store or whatever and pick up some items?
Probably you're not gonna have that kind of time. He wants you to get there. He wants you to get there and get back.
All right. Well, then we're just gonna go, and we shall see.
All right. You find your way to the intersection of Silver and Cheap. You see the market. You see what he described as the blind alley. It's essentially a little alley with a dead end between two other shops, and there's absolutely nothing there.
If I walk into that alley, is there still nothing there, or is it just something that's not being perceived?
You are in the alley, and there is nothing there.
Now, we did establish that Thea has the sight, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
she does not.
She was using it.
No, I was.
Ah, right. Sorry, never mind.
You walk back out.
What two shops am I in between?
Candle maker and Taylor.
I'm going to, yeah, I guess I'll walk out, and I'm going to see if I notice anyone just
Do a perception check for me,
around.
please.
You're going to bed.
I can't see. 17.
You
Oh,
notice.
wait, you said perception?
Yes.
Well, then I have a modifier with that. +6, so a 23.
Damn.
You notice as soon as you walk back out of that little alley, you notice other people that they'll look at you and they'll be like, you are like a little island. People are going around you and avoiding eye contact. As you turn back to glance at the alley again, you see a hooded, shadowy figure standing there staring at you.
Nightshade.
Nightshade?
It turns, puts its back to you, walks to the end of the alley, and disappears through the end wall.
Can I follow? Or am I going to walk? I'm going to try to walk through the wall, and we'll see if I face plant.
So as you walk into the alley, you are this close to banging into the wall. And on your right, you notice there's a door with a window above it. And a bald head sticks out the window and goes, "It's about time you got here. Get in here." Shuts the window, and the window disappears. There's nothing but the door left.
Let's go in.
Okay. You open the door, and it is a large, wonderfully well lit marble entry hall that is clearly not the candle shop.
Bigger on the inside.
Yes. You walk in, do you shut the door?
No.
Okay. And this can be a total side thing as we're coming up on 9.
Good show. Well done.
So the question then
Thank
becomes,
you.
for next time, do you think you will be headed to the other temple to check out these rumors about the pass closing?
We're going to need to discuss that. Because honestly, this is This is king business. This is diplomat business. This is not second level character business. It's above our pay grade. Exactly. Now, if somebody wants to send us that way, if my temple says,
And pay us.
yes, and pay us there. Yes. If there's going to be a mission mounted by the temple, and Belgar, having been a fairly well-traveled chap, gets put in charge of it and is needing to assign tasks to people to go with him, that would be a different matter. But right now, hell to the no.
You would need to check in with your temple.
Yes, which is Belgar's already doing that, and he already gave 100 gold to his temple, just because that's what you do. So,
all right. We can, and please feel free to message me. We can do shopping and or sidebar stuff, however we want to handle that before next time.
And when is next time?
Next time should be 2 weeks, which would place us at
October 7th.
Yes, Thursday, October 7th. Now, are we still streaming?